Hi and welcome to another Stampin' tutorial with Meg. I'm trying out a new camera here, so I think that the format of this one is pretty much widescreen. So if you feel the need to watch this video on your widescreen television in huge HD, feel free, it'll be the right format. So anyway, we are going to make a very cute project today. This is using the Petal Cone Die from the Occasions mini catalog, which is my definite new favorite Big Shot product. But we have some other cool backup ones here. Maybe not the total favorite, but also very fun. So this is the Petal Cone Die. And as always, when I'm using big dies with my Big Shot, I'm going to make a sandwich. So plate on the bottom, plate on the top. And these are the plates that come with a Big Shot. And then I'm going to take my cardstock. When I bring this cardstock here, I have a tip to show you about the Petal Die. Stampin' Up! Is so good at engineering these things. What you can do with this is you can actually make the most of your cardstock. When I'm putting my cardstock, I'm going to put it right at the very edge there of the die, so that when I go ahead and, okay, don't move it once you do it, right at the end of the die, so that it's just barely on the cut edge. I'm going to crank this through, give it a nudge to start it, and then check out this cool feature. So this piece that's left over right here, this extra piece, is exactly the right size to fit here on the bottom, put back on the die again, and you can use it to cut yourself another one of the scallop half circle pieces. So thanks to Stampin' Up! Again for a fabulously engineered product, and it just takes us demonstrators a while to figure out how great it is sometimes, right? All those extra little tips. So the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and cut some flowers. So I have actually a whole bunch of these cut. I have 4 of our pieces cut here, and I'm going to go ahead and cut some flowers also while I'm cutting. And this is the Fun Flower Die from the Occasions mini catalog. And I know you can gasp. I'm going to just use a whole sheet of cards, half sheet of cardstock on it. If you wanted to, you could cut cardstock that's more closely sized to each flower to make it a little bit more cardstock economic. But what the heck? I'll just splurge, right? So here are our flowers cut from that die. And I love these pieces. We're going to set them aside for a minute. And the next thing we're going to do is make another sandwich. But this time we're going to use the Loads of Love embossing plate. And this is actually, it's not in the current mini catalog. It is on the last page of the old holiday mini catalog. It's the Loads of Love letterpress plate. And it's still available. So fortunately you can still get this one, because after you see this, you're just going to love it. I definitely have been playing with it, and I have a favorite way to use it. And my favorite way is to use tab 1 of the Big Shot spacer plate there, and take my die, I'm going to turn it towards me here, and just my Versamark. Look how clean. I know Versamark pads get a beating. This one's well, it's not new, I just haven't used it and beat it up yet, but a well-loved Versamark pad is often red or brown or just messy looking, so I'll set that aside. And then I'm going to take one of my heart pages, and I'm going to go ahead and lay this on here right at the top, and it'll right up to the edge. It won't quite reach the tail at the bottom, but that's okay. Now you can use this with just a regular cutting plate, but I actually found that my best results came from the premium crease pad, which is a piece that you use to get with your texture plates. So again, you can use your cutting mat, but I'm going to go ahead and use my texture or premium crease pad. Now, since I Versamarked the whole outside of this letterpress plate, I'm going to put a scratch paper down. If you don't, I don't know if you can see that, but you get Versamark all over your premium crease pad, which is not the end of the world. But I'm going to go ahead and crank that through, and I guess we'll test our new camera here to see how well you can see that. But there is our love plate with the texture on it. I think you can probably see that pretty well. The Versamark just highlights a tiny bit in the background, so it gives you a really nice highlight effect. But I've really been loving that letterpress plate. It works best on colored cardstock. This is a little bit thicker cardstock than the Whisper White, you probably know. So get those letterpress plates out or order one and go ahead and use it here. Now I'm going to move my Big Shot out of the way. Oh no, I'm not. Hold that thought. We have one more Big Shot thing to do. I'm going to get my folder here again. I'm going to open it to tab 1, and I'm going to pull my two cutting plates back, and I'm going to use my vintage wallpaper folder. Now this is yet another Big Shot item, and in case you hadn't noticed, there's a lot of good ones here. I'm going to go ahead and put my pieces on here from my flower. I'm going to go ahead and space these out, and if they're overlapping a little bit, it's fine. It's not a huge deal, but I want to make sure that I get them all over the texture. Okay, I'm going to fold that up and then put this through my Big Shot. There's some really cool techniques with these folders. If you haven't seen my folder technique videos, you'll want to check those out. And then when you pull these out, check that out. We have these really fabulous textured flowers to go here. So, all right, now I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to move my Big Shot and bring some pieces back here. So what we're going to do now is take a piece of our flower and a piece of Stampin' sponge and go ahead and sponge these.